Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here coming at you today with a Q&A. I asked you guys on my community tab in YouTube if you had any questions for me. I said ask me anything about my private life, about YouTube, about games, obviously mobile games specific, hopefully, or anything else that you want to. And I got over 1,000 questions in about 18 hours. I wish I could get to all of them. I went through all of them. I responded to some of them. I'm not sure if I'm going to do this in the future with the YouTube community tab because just the volume of questions that I got was incredible. I thank you guys, but I don't want to like offend anybody by not asking or answering their questions. So I tried to pick people with broad topics who I got a lot of like duplicate questions on. So if I didn't pick yours, hopefully next time, but thank you so much for taking the time to leave your question. So let's start out with Slavko Rasic. Do you think Clash Royale is in a good spot right now? And do you think it's slowly dying? By the way, you're the best. I like your content from Croatia. Well, thank you, and shout out to Croatian subscribers and viewers. Do I think the game is slowly dying? It's funny, I put out like a positive tweet the other day about Clash Royale, and I got a lot of hate, like saying I was a suck-up and stuff like that, and that's totally to be expected when you're kind of a semi-public figure in the game that you play. So it's okay. I don't mind. I really don't mind any hate or comments like that. But at the same time, I'm always, whether you want to believe me or not, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, obviously I want you to believe me, but I'm always true to myself, and I'm not afraid to criticize Supercell or the game when I think things are really bad. As you guys know, I do a lot of opinion pieces on how to make the game better. At the same time, I'm not afraid to say when I think the game is good too, or when I'm enjoying the game. And the litmus test for me is when I go home at night after I'm, spend the day at the office, when I'm relaxing and I want to, just kill some time or whatever. If I'm just, enjoying the program, what am I, 50 years old? I'm not enjoying not enjoying the TV show in the background. I pull out Clash Royale, and that's my first go-to game, and I still really enjoy playing it, and I love covering it on YouTube. It's my favorite thing to do out of everything I do right now, job-wise, YouTube-wise, anything-wise, is truly Clash Royale content on YouTube. So, I know a lot of people disagree with me, and that's totally fine. And I can understand a lot of the criticism and points that people make against the game right now. But I have to be true to my own feelings, and I love the game. I think it's my favorite game in existence right now. It truly is. And I'm not a big console gamer. I'm not a big PC gamer, so take that with a grain of salt, guys. But, it's still the first game I go to play. I like it. I like it. I'm not addicted to it either. I play maybe about a half an hour a day. That's about it. But I do it consistently, and that's the only game that I do that with because of how busy I am. So I think I think the game could use a major update, and it could use some bones thrown to free-to-play players. Give people more things to do in the game. So I think there's a lot of improvement that the game could use. I think the game could really use a new big feature. You guys know I've said that many times now. Could use a tournament revamp or clan wars. That'd be great. And I hope it's coming in March. I have faith in the team that they say they're working on it, that it's going to come, when they feel it's ready. Maybe I'm an optimist. Maybe I'm a hopeless optimist, but I love the game, and so I don't feel like it's slowly dying. I don't feel like it's dying in any aspect at all, at least in my heart and on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is actually doing pretty well. The views are really solid right now, over 120,000 a day, which is definitely respectable for a channel my size, and I'm getting like 400 subscribers a day. So I'm very happy with the state of the game on my channel and in my heart, and that's about it. So I can only speak for myself. I promise all the questions won't be that long, guys. Jeppy says, hey Tim, I love you, man. I've been subscribed since the early Clash of Clans days. What are some practices or habits that you do to keep a positive outlook in life? I always love how upbeat and kind you are to everybody in the community. Well, thank you, Jeppy. I appreciate the long-term support as well, man. In terms of positivity, now, anybody watching right now should not be thrown off by not just me, but you're watching a YouTuber or a streamer or a reality show or a TV personality. Never, never, never fall for the misnomer that that's who they are in real life all the time. Of course, we're just showing a side of ourselves. And I'm not saying I'm fake right now. I'm not fake at all. This is 100% me. However, when I'm doing a Clash Royale video or Clash of Clans video or any video at all, of course I up my enthusiasm a little bit because I'm presenting something. I'm hosting something. I treat it as, it's like, no one wants to listen to me go, hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here, coming at you today in Clash Royale. Like, they want a little energy, you know? So, and that's totally, I think there's nothing wrong with that. I'm still showing myself. However, don't be thrown off by saying, oh, I wish I was as happy as that person. Or I wish my life was more like that person. Or look at how amazing that person's life is, right? Depression levels amongst celebrities. I'm not saying I'm a celebrity. I'm talking about real celebrities, famous athletes. They're the same, if not higher. Singers, musicians, same, if not higher, than your average everyday person. Money or celebrity status is definitely not the key to happiness. Just have to give that as a quick disclaimer to that question, because I don't want it to seem like I'm like the happiest guy in the world, just because I try to be as positive as possible in this community and in life in general, right? But I don't want anybody to ever feel deceived that, wow, they're just so happy and they're so perfect and I'm not, because that's just not the case. So about how some tactics, maybe some life hacks that I use to try to stay positive and optimistic. Well, first off, I've been through a lot. You know, you guys who have seen my more personal videos know that I lost my brother in his 20s, who was very, very close to me, and I lost my mom in her 40s. And when you go through and I went through very serious health issues of my own, when you go through these big, life-changing, life-shattering moments, oftentimes it gives you perspective on things. So I have perspective now that I didn't have in my early 20s, for example, or in my late teens or my early teens. And I think that that's made me a different person in a lot of ways. So I don't let little things get to me. And I used to be for example, I used to be a very outspoken person regarding my own political beliefs. And now I kind of stay away from that. And it's not that I don't feel like standing up for what you believe in is a good thing, but there's also something to be said for your own mental health and psyche. And in this internet age where everybody has an opinion and they can't wait to tear yours down, I feel like avoiding that negativity and that toxicity in some ways is a really smart move. And for that reason, I don't have like a personal Facebook anymore that I use. And then beyond that, you know, it's an old cliche, but it's true. But, you know, you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most. And I think that rings incredibly true to me. If you surround yourself with people who are doing amazing, who are better than you, basically, that's a life tip for you guys. Surround yourself with people who are better than you. Better than you it doesn't have to be everything. It can be one thing, right? Okay, this person's better than me at business. This person's smarter than me. This person's better socially than I am. This person's a better person and more empathetic than I am. Try to collect those people in your life and just try to learn from them, right? And on the other end of the spectrum, people who are around you who are more toxic than you are, maybe they're a bully and you don't think that you stand for that, or they're always negative, or they're getting in trouble and not doing right by people. Like, when you surround yourself with that sort of people, what's going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to happen. You're not going to realize that this is all happening. One day you're just going to wake up and you're going to be miserable and you're not going to know why. And that's why, because you're surrounding yourself with so much negativity and you just don't realize it. And it's kind of, you know, bleeding off onto you. Man, that was another long answer. I promise we'll do lightning round, guys. I promise. All right. Wyatt the Wizard says, hey, Ash, how do you think your life would be different if Supercell never existed? Well, I mean, I owe Supercell everything for creating these games in a way, because now I do it full time. I cover these games on YouTube, and because of the YouTube channel, I was able to branch off into other kind of tech-related jobs, esports related jobs, startup, all these different opportunities came to me, and it was all from YouTube being the starting point, and then being addicted to Clash of Clans in 2013 being the real starting point. So my life would just not be the same in any way at all. Gerson Batriz, or Berries, says, when did you lose your virginity? Between the ages of 13 and 23. How about that? Zeke Lit says, have you thought about starting a vlog? Yeah, I actually do like more vloggy type content on Facebook. The reason being because I think that I'm not sure how it would do on YouTube, honestly. I do like some deep videos, as you know, but I do like YouTube growth series on Facebook, and I also do like random videos like, you know, tips to get through high school and stuff like that on Facebook as well. Trying to kind of get more into Facebook for off-meta videos in terms of CWA mobile gaming. Ice Cream, how do you feel when other Clash Royale YouTubers growing a lot faster than you, and do you think about quitting YouTube? So, I mean, I think that my channel is doing really, really well, honestly. You know, I think that the metrics are looking great for my YouTube channel. So there's always going to be people doing better than you in life. And it's really, really difficult not to get jealous. Even if there's like 1% of you that's like, oh, look at that person doing way better than me, right? No matter what you're doing. But, you know, jealousy gets you nowhere. And when you really think about it, if other people are doing well on YouTube, it's only going to help me out. It really is, because there'll be more suggested videos for me to have a possibility of appearing, and the ecosystem is thriving more audience, gives them more opportunity to see other YouTubers. So it would be a very bad thing if other channels weren't growing and I was the only channel that was growing. And I'm not saying that as lip service, that's the truth. And it doesn't feel that way, it's counterintuitive. But when other people are growing, it's usually because they're doing something right. So I would never hate on somebody. And I never feel like quitting YouTube. YouTube's my favorite thing that I do, honestly. Tomorrow says, what is your best childhood memory? That's a tough one. I have so many childhood memories, but I guess it would just be like spending time with my entire family. We were like incredibly nerdy at times, and we used to like sing in the car together, like sing songs like as a family, all 5 of us. So I guess like doing that would be something that I really remember and enjoy a lot. I'm like getting emotional. All right, next up, Liquid Fruit. Besides YouTube, what are you doing for a living? Also, what are your thoughts on the state of Clash Royale? Is the game going downhill? So I already gave my thoughts on Clash Royale, but what am I doing for a living? Well, besides YouTube, I'm the director of content at Nova, so I have like the Nova creative team. I also help out with the pro team in Nova as well, so working really closely with AY and Octay and the whole team over there at Nova on the managerial level, and then with all the content creators in our group on kind of a daily basis as well. Besides that, I am a community manager for PlexChat. It's a startup out of Redwood City in California. It's a great chat app. You guys probably already know about it. We're doing Path to Bro soon, so check it out. I'm also a influencer manager for Tencent. I do all this remotely, and yeah, it's a lot, and I'm working like 16-hour days, honestly. I get up really early at 4 o'clock every day, 4 or 5 o'clock, and I hit the gym, and then I come to the office, and then I stay here really late. I don't want to do this forever, and I don't want to burn out, but at the same time, like I said, I have like a lot of grit and tenacity, and I want to, by the time that my baby is like 3 or 4 and starting to talk and stuff, I want to be able to be there. So I'm trying to get that foundation under me. So I am the influencer manager for a game called Arena of Valor at Tencent America. And I also am a partner with Bren Chong. So Bren was really the guy who gave me my first chance in life on this whole endeavor in terms of YouTube and stuff like that. And he actually, partnering with him was what made me able to quit my day job, being a postal worker and doing YouTube. So I really owe everything initially to Bren for kind of kicking things off. So yeah, I got Bren, I got Nova, PlexChat, and Tencent, and that's what I do alongside YouTube on a daily basis. How old are you? Where do you live? Do you play other games? Do you know more stuff about Clan Wars? From Stefan Mikilia. So I am 35, old man alert. Where do you live? I live in Massachusetts in the United States. Will you play other games? Well, I already play 4 mobile games and NES games. So I play like NES games because I'm on this like really nerdy mission to collect every single Nintendo game, like 8-bit Nintendo that ever existed. So I play those games like when I get them in. I kind of just try them out, see if I can win. Sometimes I look at speed runs of the game to try to like find the fastest way to beat the game, and then I try to replicate that myself. But as far as other games on YouTube, I play Arena of Valor, I play Clash Royale, of course, Clash of Clans, and I play Brawl Stars all on a daily basis, and that's really all I have time for right now. So that's all I have planned right now. I don't play PC games, so that's about it. Do you know more stuff about Clan Wars? I don't know anything concrete about Clan Wars at all. I just know from like anecdotal conversations with Supercell throughout the last few months, last month, whatever. Just some ideas, kind of like spitballing ideas. Not saying they're working on Clan Wars. I mean, I guess they've said they're working on Clan Wars, but I'm not saying like they have concrete, this is what it's going to be, what do you think? It's more like, oh, it could be something like this, could be something like this. We're thinking about maybe going in this direction. So, but I don't know anything that I can share because who knows if it's even changed since they've told me, and I would never want to, kind of share that. Kal-El says, do you go to the gym every day? Love your muscles. Do you force pro players to come on your channel through brute force? No. Pro players actually come on the channel for a number of reasons. Either they want to share their deck, they're very enthusiastic, they want to help the community, or they're proud of their achievement and they want some notoriety because of it. They just want to collaborate, or maybe they're starting to make a YouTube channel, or they just want more Twitter followers, or whatever. They have like all different kinds of reasons why a pro would want to come on the channel, and of course just being altruistic. So I don't use muscles, but I do go to the gym about 5 days a week. So certainly not every day, 2 rest days. Usually try to get in there, and that's about it. Silver Seahawk. If I work as a security guard at Samsung store, does that make me a guardian of the galaxy? Wow, I kind of vomited that out. If I work as a security guard at Samsung store, does that make me a guardian of the galaxy? I think it probably does. Ash confirmed. CR, are you planning to change the concept of your channel? Don't get me wrong, I love your videos. Having pro guests in your channel is something that none of the CR YouTubers do except you, but I want you to know your plans about the future. Love from Turkey. Much love to Turkey, CR. No, I don't plan on changing up the format too much, except for like making it better. Always looking to make my channel better in any way possible. And one thing I was thinking about is kind of doing like, when I do deck reviews, I'm thinking about adding, right now I'm trying to work with some artists to come up with like a good concept, but maybe adding like a level of difficulty to the deck, where it's most effective, kind of like an overview screen to kind of review the deck, key cards in the deck, substitutions before we get into the deck, to give the episode like better format and more, well, actually a format in general and just better flow. And it would be something that I want to watch, and that's always for me the biggest thing, is would I want to watch this, and why would I want to watch this, and how would I make it better if I was the viewer. So that's always kind of how I look at my channel. MNW70219 says, what are your thoughts on the free-to-play community? Are we just wasting our time by not paying to win, or are we an important part of the game? How far do you think free-to-play players can get in the ladder? Well, free-to-play players can get to number 1 on the ladder. Maybe not at the end of the season, but certainly I've seen guys like Anaban and many others actually like creep up onto the first spot at various times during the season with Mortar or Hog Cycle. Basically, Mortar and Hog are the only options for a free-to-play player right now to get high on ladder, and you'd have to max out your Mortar or Hog, or at least get the Hog to level 10 to have a shot at getting like to top 50 or so on ladder. So I think it's possible, but it does take time and effort and energy as well, because it takes a long time of grinding your card levels to get them to the point where they're actually viable enough to compete on ladder. I do think that the free-to-play community needs something else to do in the game, right? And I've been saying that for a long time. Whether it's revamped tournaments or something like that, Clan Wars, right? That could be the answer as well. So I don't think you're wasting your time. I'm optimistic that a new game mode or a new challenge for you guys will be coming to the game in the future, hopefully the March update. But at the same time, I totally understand the frustration of free-to-play players right now with the game. Copywriter says, I've been following you since the early days. I've seen your channel grow and evolve. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm just going to skip down a little bit. Me and my GF are planning to have a baby. Congratulations in advance. And we need, and our income needs to improve. I have projects starting. Have many projects starting. How do you do it? Where do you find the strength or even the brain to continue the channel? Does it pay enough? What else do you do for a living? Well, I touched on a lot of these things here, and just to kind of really quickly, first of all, congratulations. And what I would try to do is hone in on one thing that you're really good at or you have the most passion for, and try to kind of channel all of your energy into that one thing for now, and then make that the foundation, make that the base. So you can't really make serious money as a 475k subscriber YouTube channel. Certainly not enough to support a family and pay a mortgage and all that other good stuff. However, through other opportunities, sponsorships, partnerships, product placement type stuff, like there's a lot of opportunities, or just different job offers, kind of like what happened to me as well, and promotional videos. There's a lot of viable areas where you can make money from YouTube. However, you just got to find them, and you have to get through the tough part, which is grinding for a long time without seeing those benefits before you start to see them. Omar Royale Gaming says, or Royal Gaming, do you play Clash of Clans every day? In fact, I'm almost at 750,000, 750,000 troops donated. Pretty proud of that. I'm about 1,000 donations away. Malik Tuquan says, 1. If you had to remove one card out of Clash Royale, which card would you choose? I would remove Heal. I think that originally they said they'd never add Heal to the game, and I think that was the right decision early on. I don't think that Heal's a good card in the game. I just don't think it, even on the decks that it kind of works with, I think it's just like lame. I just don't like it. I would remove Heal. 2, pitch a legendary cards, not from other Supercell games. Well, you guys already know that I'm a huge fan of Cannibalize. 0 cost legendary spell that does damage to your tower, and it gives you a little bit of elixir in return. 3. What do you think about adding building cards that cost 2 and don't do a lot of defense or damage, I guess, like an ice wall? So I think it's a pretty good idea, but Supercell hasn't added a defense in absolutely forever. They haven't added a spawner since Furnace, so I don't think that will happen. I don't think they're too keen on adding more defensive cards right now, so I don't think that will happen, but I think it's a cool idea. 4, name a card that killed another card, like Ewiz to Sparky. A card that killed another card. Jeez, that's a tough one. Let me come back to that in a second. 5, cool ideas for new challenges. I would like to see kind of Rumham's idea of like a really serious draft challenge where you draft with a lot of people, like 8 other people, and then you play in a tournament based on those draft results rather than just a quick draft and a quick match. So I'd really like to see that implemented into the game. I think that draft could be could open awesome new horizons into the game. Going back to number 4, I guess Inferno Dragon in a way killed Inferno Tower. Inferno Tower is still viable, so I guess killed is the wrong word, but it definitely gave players a better option, a flying mobile Inferno Tower for 4 elixir than the Inferno Dragon or Inferno Tower. I think the only reason the Inferno Tower is still viable in most cases is because it's a rare, not a legendary, and it's easier to level up. Let's move on to Luis Colon. What do you think about Brawl Stars in its current state? I think the current state of Brawl Stars is okay. I think that the game's really fun, and it feels really almost ready to me. I really, as a content creator especially, I really want a spectate option because, again, as I talked about earlier, in this channel, I like to cover pro players' gameplay, so I need a way to see their gameplay as they're doing it. So I would really like a spectate, or at least a really nice replay system added to the game, and I feel like it's ready for global after that. Bionic Blazer 360. What is the advice to a small gaming channels that want to grow on YouTube? Well, daily content. Basically, the #1 metric in YouTube right now is consistency and daily average users. So you want to get as consistent content as possible and try to make it at the same time. So even if you can only upload twice a week, try to make it on like a Monday and a Thursday at the same exact time. Basically try to teach your audience to come find you at the same time, same place every week. Other than that, just slowly learning a new thing every day if you can. Try to improve one little thing about your channel every day. And the last question, guys. Stress Fury Calm says, hey Ash, can you play 2v2 with your subscribers? Us? That'll be awesome. Well, I will be streaming starting in February. I'll make the official announcement really soon here. But yeah, in February, I'll be streaming 5 days a week, and I might be having to give up one of my other jobs to do so. We'll have to see. It's going to be a lot to take on, but I'm really excited about a new partnership that I've kind of joined into. Not kind of, that I've joined, agreed to recently. So more info on that really soon. But yeah, I'll be streaming 5 days a week for about 2 hours a stream, and I hope to do like really exciting content with that streaming. So not just me playing, maybe me playing like once a week. I'm thinking about doing 10K tournaments, maybe 2 days a week. Maybe having like a live Pro v Pro or a live pro guest Q&A with the audience on another day, and then playing a different game one of those 5 days a week, like Clash of Clans or like Brawl Stars. So that's what I'm thinking right now. If you guys have any ideas, feel free to add those in the description. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Talked about a lot. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with, and any other constructive feedback would be absolutely fantastic. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner, and huge shout out to BillyHo26, my YouTube subscriber of the day. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and as always, take care, guys.